Thank you so much for making the time at XCon 23.
My pleasure.
Let's start with the momentum you gained at the previous edition of XCon, which was in 21. What were the customer learnings from there? How did you see those products? And then again, you come back with a new set of learnings and new set of products. So we see the Signa in a better shape. We see the Prima in a better shape. You have the electric tipper. You have the LNG solutions already commercialized. A lot happening at Tata Motors.
So, one big change, I must say, which is driving this entire industry now is multi-fuel options.
Right.
Okay. Today in XCon 23, we have displayed multi-fuel options, be it the natural gas, LNG, in the prime mover, in tippers, but also the zero emission, battery electric vehicles.
Right.
So it is about ensuring that we move towards the more cleaner fuel and greener, energy solutions. And Government of India's commitment of 2070 of being net zero.
Right.
And we have taken our own targets of net zero by 2045.
Yes.
So if you want to advance it by 25 years, it has to reflect in the actions. And here's a time to go back in the market from what you said in 2021, 22, the theme at that point in time versus now. So this is a very big change.
Right.
Big change is that we are in BS6 phase 2, right? And we are in a very different version of Prima.
Right.
Altogether a new design cabin.
Right.
And this cabin where we are sitting, by the way, this is static. So that's why it's without seat belt.
Yes.
Make it clear. So this is so driver friendly in terms of, you look at the seat, just see. This is pneumatic suspended seat.
Right.
Talk about various other features inside, the safety ones. You have advanced driver assisted system, ADAS, what we call.
Yes.
We have electronic stability control in prime movers. Right. So it's not that, only in the mandated applications of petroleum segment, etc., but across. So that's a big safety feature.
Right.
Then you talk about collision mitigation system. Right in front, you have a driver whose attention is diverted. Yes,
it happens.
And or doze off, and there's safety, big safety. You have lane departure warnings, right? So you get an alert, and there is going to be beep making noise. Won't let you do that.
Right.
And then there are various other add-ons like hill start aid, driver monitoring system. We have also now integrated. We have a fleet edge. Okay, fleet edge is not just the owner sitting and observing the driver behavior or various alerts, etc., notifications getting, but it's beyond that.
Right.
So when you integrate, if you see from 2017 BS4 onwards, we have moved into an electronics truck era where there's very little mechanical.
Right.
So there's a lot of data which enables you to, do a reflection of where you want to be, what do you want to provide, what are the driving patterns, and a tipper like this, LNG, which when operates in a very localized application of, let's say, mining tipping, okay, there's a lot more data flowing in, the nature of applications, the nature of, issues cropping up there. Therefore, you enable on-site service with educate set of not just tools, but parts.
Right.
And replenish and make sure not just consumables, entire ecosystem is enabled to ensure the highest uptime.
Right.
Uptime highest in a tipper, meaning as high as 24 hours operations.
Right.
You take off just a couple of hours for service. And remember, productivity will be huge. Productivity is nothing but the revenue.
Right.
Okay. And you are taking care of the productivity also by additional driver comfort, as I said.
Right.
Additional driver safety, telematics driven fleet edge data which is coming to you and integrated to provide you a larger insights on how we should be using that data.
Right.
And this enables trucking a very, very different dimensions, adding very different dimensions to the entire trucking system.
Right.
Which would make us compete with the best in the global.
Right.
That is what we have set for ourselves.
Right.
And I think today our commitment, it's also our commitment that what we are doing in in multi-fuel options, and that's why we are here.
Right.
And I must tell you, Ashish, there's so much of enthusiasm among our customers since morning, and frankly, this XCon, there are a lot of customers visiting.
We've been talking through the year about the infra-driven
Build-up.
economy and all of that. It reflects.
And it's a reflection of that.
It completely reflects that.
And you know, customers, this is being the largest show of South Asia or India, certainly.
Yes.
And we see so many infrastructure companies setting up, startups, and all of them visiting. And we have these next 4-5 days scheduled for interactions and talking to them about our products. And frankly, that's the reason we are also with the battery electric vehicle. While we did showcase in the Auto Expo, but we want to also talk about it here. How do you manage? We see this, it's not just sale of this vehicle. It's about building a battery infrastructure in the localized application.
Right.
You cannot talk of long haul, maybe like you may talk about other natural gases, CNG, LNG, etc. But here, it's developing so much of excitement among consumers, and I want to take the first delivery. But that's heartening to see.
Right.
And therefore, much more to come. But I would say product development cycle, as you know, is about 2 years for anything.
Right.
The work has been going on. We are there today with these. We would be there with much more.
Absolutely. No doubt about it.
And with much more and surprise you with certain products.
Right.
We'll be there in everything. What this country need to have in terms of alternate fuel options and meet our commitments.
Right. You